Okay, here we go. Alright. So, alright. Says we are live. Just gotta wait for some people to join and we will commence the live streaming. So, but yep, if you are rewatching this live stream right now, this is my 500 subscribers live stream Q&A, special Q&A, ask me anything. And we got our first person in the chat literally just now, Chuck Armstrong 33. Howdy Chuck, how are you doing tonight? So, yeah, welcome to the stream, dude. Hello, Pat is here, just joined. Yep, hello guys, and in case y'all are just now joining, this is my 500 subs live stream, guys. And what I decided to do for this live stream, I have decided to do a little Q&A here. And so you guys can ask me anything, like literally anything, like any questions, just as long as it's not anything inappropriate, of course, but you know what I mean. So, but yeah, how's y'all's night going? All right, Chet's got a question. First question, asked away. Have you punched anyone in the face? No, I don't believe I have. Not from memory. I don't think I ever have before. I don't think I've ever punched anybody in the face before. And I really don't intend to do so unless if someone's trying to hurt any of my family members or my friends, dude, you know? And so, but but yeah, so that answers that question. And so, what would the next gen Rusty's Racer look like in the name? That's a good question. You know, I'm not too sure. I mean, I know there have been rumors about Cars 4 coming out. According to some sort of screenshot that somebody took of a Spanish what was it again? Forum, or what are those things called again on Google? The forum that you fill out, you know, they use them in schools. I can't remember, but yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it showed like something in Spanish, and like one of them translated was Cars 4, and yeah, so I mean, but I really don't know who the next gen Rusty's Racer would be. But I mean, if anything, I would probably say it should be a NASCAR driver. I mean, honestly, or probably, you know, since a lot of people usually base Jimmy Johnson off of Lightning McQueen, I would probably say, you know, a really good cameo for a Rusty's Next Gen Racer in Cars 4 would be Jimmy Johnson as a Rusty's Racer, which would be really, really cool. And Jimmy Johnson's been my childhood NASCAR driver growing up. And yep, I grew up watching him win those 7 championships. You know, it was really, being a Jimmy Johnson fan back in the day was just really amazing, dude. And okay, but yeah, that was a long answer. Sorry about that. So but yeah, how old are you? Well, to be honest, I'm gonna keep that information private, you know, because I really don't like sending out too much information, you know, private information. But yeah, I will say I'm old enough to have a job. Okay, but all right. If McQueen was traded to Donko, would Mac still be there as the Donko hauler or no? You know, I have no idea. I mean, considering if you know the backstory of like Mac, you know, if you ever read like the stories, like the car stories, back in the, okay, so I don't know if, yeah, depending on how old you were back in the day, you may, probably sometime back in like the late 2000s or early 2010s, no, it was late 2000s. There was like a little thing that Disney did, which is basically like a storyline of like Cars characters, basically like their origin stories, you know. And practically, there was one for like Lightning McQueen and Mac, and Mac, apparently his origin story in Cars is that apparently he actually started out as a delivery driver delivering Rusties for Rusty and Dusty, of course. And so I mean, so yeah, he was Yeah, so I think I believe that's what I have seen. So Mac was actually a Rusty's delivery driver before he started hauling Lightning McQueen to races and stuff. And so if Lightning McQueen if Lightning McQueen did trade Donico, personally, I would probably think maybe if that was the case, Mac would probably retire, but he would still be friends with Lightning McQueen, of course, since at the end of the movie they were partners, and so I mean, but yeah, I mean, obviously you probably yeah, I mean, either Mac would retire from Hauling McQueen or he would go back to hauling Rusty's as usual, maybe, and or something, or maybe yeah, or maybe something that they could have done yeah, Mac probably he could have maybe I don't know if McQueen did accept the offer from Tex to go to Donico, then maybe I mean, if you guys watch Cars, obviously after denying the request to sponsor for Donaco, Tats Donaco would say to Lightning McQueen if there's anything that he needs, just let him know, and obviously he would probably still do that if McQueen accepted, and probably one of the main things is probably McQueen would probably ask for Tats to have Max, but be sponsored by Donaco as well and have a job at Donaco. So yeah, that may be a theory, but. But yeah, so yeah, Lonnie. Yeah, so long story short, yes, but probably no. But next question. Another question: Would Thomas and Friends X Cars cameo happen? Well, to be honest with you, back in the day, in like the early days of YouTube, I've seen a lot of YouTubers actually do that before, like do like cameos of like Cars and Thomas the Tank Engine. I remember there was this one YouTuber that I used to watch a lot as a kid that did both Cars content and Thomas the Tank Engine content, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of this YouTuber. I'm sure they've changed their name. It was like I think their name now is like Mercedes something blah blah, but it was like their old name was Pixar Cars and Thomas the Tank Engine Fan. If you guys remember them. And like I remember like one of the first videos I saw from that YouTube channel when I was a kid was the kid playing with the Screaming Banshee Mini Adventures vehicle, and he had the mater, you know, and so but yeah. Yeah, yeah, lots of nostalgia right there. When is your birthday? My birthday was on July 8th. So, yeah, and it's pretty ironic because Dale Earnhardt Jr. is number 8, and, and so, yep. So, I mean, my favorite number is 7. But yeah, I guess 8 is also a lucky number. And but yeah, so. Roxanne Wolf just said hello. That is one of my friends that I know from other social media. So yeah. Hey RW, how you doing, man? But yeah. So yep. If anyone's just now joining the live stream, I am doing a Q&A, question and answers. You ask me anything and I'll try to answer it. And so this is what I'm doing for 500 subs on my channel. I did not believe I could get this far. Hang on a sec. Oh, there's another question. Okay. Personally, Gordon and Thomas had the same relationship like Doc McQueen. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I kind of do sort of agree with that, actually. I mean, that kind of is true. Probably. Yeah, I mean, Gordon's more of like a boastful character, You're kind of like more like bold, royals, especially. Sometimes he likes to brag, but I mean, he's still friendly in ways, Obviously, and Doc was obviously basically he after his crash, he didn't want anyone knowing that he was the fabulous Hudson Hornet until McQueen stumbled upon him and brought him back to the racing world, and yeah, so. You currently have 509. Yep, that is amazing. I mean, that is just amazing. I didn't think I would have never thought I got this far. I mean, also another question. Yeah, sure, Chuck. What's your question? Sorry, guys. Got a little bit of gunk happening. But but yeah, what was I gonna say again? I forgot. But but yeah. So how did McQueen do the wall hop even though he didn't learn from Doc? I don't know. I mean, technically, when McQueen was first, I mean, technically, before McQueen went to Radiator Springs, he was obviously that flashy, cocky race car, you know. And so, I mean, he probably may have learned some tricks, you know, probably. I mean, there is like a Mac hauler toy that I've seen before on YouTube, and like when you open it up, it shows inside. It shows inside that it shows like a little a video game controller with a TV, you know, just obviously inside McQueen's hauler. There's inside Mac's hauler where McQueen stays in when he gets hauled to races. He does have a TV in there, and so I mean, yeah, but on that toy it showed like a little like a controller, kind of like a Super Nintendo controller almost, and like yeah, and so I mean, but probably my theory is that sometimes in between being hauled to races and other places, a lot of McQueen was probably, he may have learned that wall trick from, you know, playing some sort of certain game, or probably where like his character in the game would like jump off the wall, you know, and maybe that's where Lightning McQueen learned how to do that move in the first movie, like jump off the wall, so he can get past that tight spot in between Floyd Mulvihill and Rusty Cornfuel. but yeah, that's my theory of how McQueen did that. And so I mean, the thing is though, it wasn't like the barrel roll jump, you know, that Doc Hudson did in Cars 3. He did to stop the rookie from bashing him into the wall, which is also the same move that Cruz Ramirez did in the last race in Cars 3 when Jackson Storm was trying to bash her into the wall. If could, in the Nigel News universe, would Jackson Storm and Chick Hits ever stop being grounded sometime in the series? I don't know. I mean, there was a video that Nigel News made, um, kind of recently where Chick Hits actually got ungrounded because he helped Todd Marcus, he pushed him to the finish line, and so yeah, so I mean, but yeah, and so I mean, but shortly after there was another video where he did something bad and obviously got grounded, and you know, and like Nigel News is like McQueen, he's like Chicken McNugget X, and so, but yeah, really the thing is why Chick Hits is usually a villain is because it's pretty much because of his dad. If you it's shown in a comic, I'll get to that later if someone asks, but. Also, would Rookie McQueen beat Jackson Storm or Cars 2 McQueen beat Jackson Storm? You know, honestly, maybe the Cars 2 line of McQueen, you know, since since he doesn't have that spoiler, you know, that most of the Piston Cup racers have, you know, the stock cars. I mean, next gen racers, they have that wing on them, you know, and something. And talking about that, Jeff Corvette also has that too, you know, Jeff Gordon in the Cars universe. And so, but the thing is, probably, you know, I don't know if if in the Cars universe, Jeff Corvette was a Piston Cup racer. He probably was, if anything, considering that he's practically based off of a real NASCAR driver. And so, but yeah, he probably was, and he probably did have like the same exact wing, you know. And so, but the thing is, Jeff Corvette in the Cars universe, his model is it's like a 2009 Corvette, and so, but Jeff Gordon started racing like sometime in NASCAR in like 1994, and so, yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, there could have been something. I'm not sure. I mean, the plastic surgery theory could come into play. You know, maybe Jeff Corvette was an older car and he got plastic surgery to turn himself into a 2009 Corvette. You know, it's kind of the same theory. You know, that I had with Tets Donico, since Donico was founded in like the 20s or 30s, and like but Tets Donico's model is like a 1970s Cadillac DeVille. And so and so the theory there is that Testonico could have been an older car, but like sometime in the 70s he did like this expensive plastic surgery to turn him into a Cadillac DeVille. And so maybe the theory there could have been something similar to Jeff Corvette, but yeah, who knows? I mean, personally, if Jeff Corvette was a Piston Cup racer, and he had the same rookie season that he started in, you know, as Jeff Gordon, comparing the Piston Cup to the real world NASCAR racing, then he probably he could have been the same 2009 Corvette model. Yeah, maybe it could have been like some sort of futuristic prototype. Maybe, and probably that the car manufacturing brand for Chevrolet would do. Like like a futuristic car that they would plan on building in the future. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. But also, oh wait, I already read that. Considering the fact Cars 2 Lightning McQueen got his restrictor plates removed. Yeah, that is true. Lightning McQueen in Cars 2, he did go faster than he did in the movies because he didn't have that restrictor plate, which is what most NASCAR stock cars would have, to prevent them from going too fast, And so but yeah, if McQueen didn't have that restrictor plate in him, then he probably would have gone a little faster than Jackson Storm and may have barely beat him, probably by a margin. But yeah, what you doing? Live streaming. Also, since Doc died, where is his body? I don't know. It may have been buried somewhere near Radiator Springs. I'd assume. But yeah. So, wouldn't it be in the car grave or something? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you guys ever watch like the deleted scene from the Cars DVD, like deleted scenes, there's one scene originally where McQueen gets lost, and originally they're going to have him stumble upon this like graveyard of old cars, but like instead of them like being buried, like a gravestone, tombstone, it was like the car bodies, hanging from like certain areas and like trees, and yeah, but I mean, I don't know if they did the same thing for Doc Hudson. I'd assume so, but I mean, obviously they wouldn't show Doc's dead body in a movie because it's family friendly, and they don't want to show, a dead corpse of like a really popular character that everyone loved, and so, and fine. I am not sure what Ozito Ganiu, is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know what he's saying there, but yeah, by the looks of the comments, it looks a little suspicious. So please try not to say anything suspicious in the chat, because this is supposed to be friendly, and so so yeah, yes. So I mean, I'll try to. Yeah, if there's anything bad happening here, guys, y'all can help me try to moderate it, because since this is the third live stream I did, but yeah. Also, if McQueen was near the pits and he blew a tire like Cars 3 and he didn't swerve and hit the wall, would he be able to make it to the pits? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the main reason why McQueen wrecked in Cars 3 is because he blew a tire. And so, I mean, but, but, yeah, I really don't know, but, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could have been something in like the tire that Guido didn't notice, or maybe it was because McQueen was trying to go like harder than he usually could, and like yeah, the tire couldn't handle it. It got too hot maybe, and the heat from the carbon fiber on the tire to the asphalt on the track, it probably could have popped the tire, and that's what caused McQueen to wreck like that. Okay, I am not sure what this Ozito person is typing in the chat, but but yeah, let's see, yeah, so yeah, I'm not quite sure how to use moderation here, but we'll see. I don't know what this dude's doing, but he's kind of creeping me out. So hang on, I'll figure something out, guys. But also, I realized McQueen didn't crash because of the tire. It's because Jackson got in his head. Remember when Cruz got in his head? She started to fade until McQueen gave her motivation. So that's why she didn't crash. That could be a good theory. That probably is a good theory. Maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, that might. Yeah, that probably would be a good theory, actually. So yeah, so I mean, obviously, Doc Hudson over the years as McQueen's crew chief, he obviously it gave him motivation, and that's how McQueen was able to win some races. And according to Cars 3, McQueen's first race that he won officially was at a track called Glen Ellen, which is possibly a road course based off of the real life NASCAR track Watkins Glen. But but yeah, so yeah, I may make the stream a little short, because it's kind of late at night, and yeah, tomorrow's Sunday, and I gotta go to church, and so. Also, since the next gen haulers look better, if they race, wouldn't that mean the next gen haulers would win? Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, really, I don't really know if it depends on how the haulers look or how fast they go. I mean, yeah, there probably are some trucks that like do have like more horsepower than like regular trucks, but I mean, it's more of like the modified big rigs, like I don't know if you guys like ever watch like big rig drag racing, but yeah, I've seen videos of those, and like yeah, most of them are pretty much like modified, and like yeah, so I really yeah, so really the only way to make a big rig go faster than a regular big rig is just to have it just to modify it, I guess. So also, wouldn't it be canon for cars to have homes use their front wheels as arms and use their back wheels as legs? I mean, probably. I mean, technically, they do sleep in garages in the Cars movies, but most of the time, yeah, either buildings or garages, because obviously, I mean, the thing is, Ramon and Flo, they do have their own little home, which is like right behind Ramon's house at Body Art, and that's where they usually stay and sleep. And obviously, Lightning McQueen, his home in Radiator Springs is Cone One at the Cozy Cone Motel, and McQueen would sleep in that cone, and Sally would probably sleep in the lobby, I guess. And obviously, Mater sleeps in his little shed, and Doc sleeps in the clinic, And Sheriff, obviously, he sleeps behind a sign, in case anyone speeds by at night, which is yeah, which explains how he caught McQueen speeding in this first movie. So, but do you have a Thomas Wooden Railway collection? I used to, but as I grew, I kind of sold it away, And so, yeah, actually, I will show something for Duck GBR8 Studios 3. Hang on a second. So, but yeah, this is one of the last of the Wooden Railway Thomas the Tank Engine characters that I have. It is Duncan from the Narrow Gauge Railway. So this is like one of the last ones that I own. And so, yeah, really old model, really nice. And so, but yeah, so yeah, he is goated. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Who doesn't like him? I'm not. I mean, he's a funny character in the series, and then he's always like, "I'm a plane speaking engine, and I believe in plane speaking." But but yeah, I'm gonna look back at the chat. I'm kind of behind on questions. You have Billy? Yes, I do have Billy Oldchanger. Give me just a moment. Here is Billy Oldchanger right here. And I noticed somebody asked if I had Ernie Gearson. Yeah, he is right here next to Billy. But but yeah, guys. And so but yeah, I'm looking back. Were you once a train boy, Thomas the Friends guy? Because I was. I had lots of choices for them. Yes, I was actually. I was a huge Thomas the Tank Engine fan when I was a kid. Like, I could not get enough of it when I was a kid. Like, it was just my favorite thing. I would watch it every single day. Like as a kid. I mean, I was just I'm so big of a fan, and like as an adult, you know, you kind of reflect on it, your childhood, you know, you look back on it, you know, and it's just, man, nostalgia hits hard, man. And like, you know, I've been looking, yeah, one of the things that I'm looking into, you know, is like the flying kipper, you know, with Henry, the episode. And so like there's a theory that states that after his crash, there's like two theories. One, either Henry was scrapped and replaced with another Henry, or he was actually rebuilt into the newer shape that he was. Me personally, I believe that he was. I believe that he was actually rebuilt and not scratched, because he still has the memories of back when he was in his older shape, and so that's usually a theory that proves it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna wait. I have that same Ernie I just got today. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, actually, I do have two versions of Ernie. I actually do have the Thailand model and the old Chinese model. And so, thing is, I actually asked my viewers on the poll if they wanted me to review to get the Thailand model of Ernie and review it. And I mean, personally, I think I made the right decision, because the detail on it, on the newer one, it looks so cool. You know, like it looks so much more accurate to the movie, and I just really appreciate the artwork. You know, me as a collector, it just looks, yeah, stuff like that just looks really cool, and I just like it. Also, I have a broken Lightning McQueen, and I have a new one. Oh, nice. I have a 2001 Wooden Railway Duke. Ooh, wow, 2001. That's older than me, actually. Yeah, that thing's older than me. But yeah. Also, another question: do you have Cruz Ramirez? Yes, I do. Cruz Ramirez, she is right here with all the other next gen racers. Some next gen racers, you know, most of them are NASCAR drivers. But yeah, Cruz is right here in between Jackson Storm and Austin Cindric. But yep. You have Ernie as a China. Yeah, I do. Hang on a second. Just got down. I get back up again. Yep, there is Ernie Gearson's Chinese model that I've had for years. And yeah, same situation here with Claude Struggs. You know, there's the Thailand variant, and down here, this is the Tickler Eyes variant. And so, but do you have Winford Bradley Rutherford? Yeah, I do. And yeah, here he is right here. Yep, the main man himself, Winford Bradley Rutherford. Kind of a little chipped up. But says I used to play with these cars a lot back in the day. But could you recreate Donko's All Mine as a short? I actually did with my old NASCAR diecasts a while back, probably back in like April or March or May, probably March if anything. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out, because it's one of the most popular videos I made, actually. And so, but where is the Thailand variant? I don't have the Thailand variant of Winford Bradley Rutherford, but yeah, mainly I am looking for mainly the main thing is I'm currently looking for the Thailand variant of Eugene Carbaresti. If you guys have been watching my videos for some time now, you know that I've been doing a little series trying to look for them. You know, in various places, you know, Walmart, Kroger's, thrift stores, the Dollar General of all places. And Dollar General is not a good spot. And but yeah, so far I have unfortunately not had any luck so far, sadly, and it's just really frustrating me, guys. Like, I've been looking everywhere for Eugene Carbaresti, and all I've found were like other Cars characters, and like, or cars that I already have, or cars that I didn't want, and so it's just been really frustrating, guys. You know, it's trying to find Eugene Carbaresti's talent model. You know, it's just really frustrating, and like, I mean, here we are on the first week of September, and still I have not found Eugene Carbareski. Like, guys, I am just getting so frustrated. Like, honestly, at this point, all I can say is that pray for me that I at some point at least find Eugene Carbareski, whether it be his Thailand model or not. But but yeah, guys, and so. But yeah, with that out of the way, I'm gonna look at more questions that I may have not seen while answering. Did you know about the Lego Speed Champions collab with Pixar Cars coming out in January 2026? Yeah, I have. I've actually seen the thumbnail for it on YouTube that they're gonna make like a Lego Lightning McQueen or something, and like a Lego Speed Champions. Isn't that like a game or something that you can play on like Xbox and PlayStation and Switch, or you can like build like these Lego cars based off of like real cars, you know, and like or you can like build like your own creation car and like drive it in the game. Because I've seen someone do the same thing with the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and I don't know, or wasn't it like 2K Drive or something like that? Was that what it's called? I can't remember. But I got the Speedy Karma and Parker Braidston 2-pack 2 weeks ago. Oh, nice, nice. Do you have Donato McQueen? Yes, I do. And honestly, he is actually one of the most probably one of the rarest variants of Lightning McQueen that I have. But yeah, here is Donato Lightning McQueen, guys. Very old model. It kind of chipped up, but he's still in very good condition. So, yeah, really nice. Yeah, really nice Lightning McQueen. Yeah, honestly, I prefer the Donato version over the Rusty's version because it just looks so much cooler. You know, just having like other sponsors and like characters, you know, like Piston Cup racers, it just looks amazing, you know, and like the possibilities of like adding like other sponsors, you know, whether it be like made up sponsors, real world sponsors, you know, like for example Mac iCar with like Apple, or of course Dale here with Dale and her Incorporated. Yeah, or like a lo sponsors and logos from like other Pixar movies, you know, like for example, a Piston Cup racer that would have like Alice Toy Barn, you know, from Toy Story as a sponsor. But yeah, I saw Jonathan in a GRC Jackson Storm while I was in Dollar General getting cars. Wait, actually, you found him in Dollar General? Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, the Dollar Generals that I've been at, they don't have car shelters at all, and I don't know why. But yeah. So I'm gonna answer. I'm looking back at the chat, guys. I'm trying to answer all the questions I can. Sorry if I'm taking forever to answer all of them, but yeah, I can't really answer all of them. So sorry, but I'm trying my best here. That's really good. Okay, gonna look for more questions. A Queen and Mary equals Thomas and Percy. Maybe, but I mean, I did see this one fan animation where like someone used like clips from Thomas and Friends, and they put it over like the audio for like the courtroom scene in Cars, you know, and like I'm a Mater, they used Toby as Mater, and honestly, that's kind of hilarious. I can kind of see Toby being Mater, you know, and Mater's like, Mater's like, Dad, gum, McQueen, I'm a tram engine. But yeah, so. So I have not found Masha Elswrench in stores yet. Yeah, I'm not sure who Masha Elswrench is. Is that? Oh, isn't that the crew chief for Brush Kerber? Because I think I might know who you're talking about. But yeah, you have Winford as a Thailand variant. No, I do not, unfortunately. The only two Thailand variants of Piston Cup racers that I've owned, are only Claude Scruggs and Ernie Gerson. Yeah, and so like a Billy Oilchanger and I forgot to say not just Claude and Ernie, but also Chuck Armstrong and Davey Apex. A main reason though for Chuck and Davey's because the older models I had, they were the old synthetic rubber tires diecast, and as a kid I used to love taking the tires off of those, you know, because I thought it was really cool. And looking back at it now as an adult, that was a that was a huge regret. And cars and having diecast cars that have rubber tires on them that don't have rubber tires on them now is just frustrating, and so that's the main reason why I got Chuck and the Talon variants of Chuck and Davy. Is just so I can have characters with cars with tires. And so I'm trying to do the same thing with Manny Flywheel as well. Since Manny Flywheel is the only one of the only piston tip racer that I have, which was the old synthetic rubber tires diecast, but he's missing his tires, and so yeah, yeah, I'm still trying to find the entirety of the Cars One Piston Cup racers, and it's definitely gonna take some time. So I hope you guys will stay tuned long enough to see me get all of them at once. I don't know how long it'll be. It may take it'll probably take months or years or heck even a decade. Who knows? I don't know, man. But depending how long that I'm gonna be on YouTube for, Lord willing. I will try to review all the ones that I don't have if I'm able to. And so but yeah, guys. So I may ask for some for Christmas this year, but I mean I don't know. I mean there is one thing that I want for Christmas that's going to be releasing around the holidays, and it's that ROG Xbox handheld. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost, but I mean, yeah, I mean if I do get that, I may probably for Christmas, I may ask for that and just a bunch of Amazon gift cards so I can buy whatever I want off of Amazon and get I'm gonna get those for like Christmas, as Christmas presents, from Amazon. And so, but yeah, I just noticed there's a little piece of paper back here. I don't know what it's doing here. I'm gonna throw it away. Some sort of, but yeah, and so I'm gonna look at. Masha Elstrinch is the fiber fuel cool sheet. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, and that's also another character that I'm trying to look for as well. Since I believe they recently released. I know. Yeah, I'm not sure why they've not released her in my area yet, but I don't know if it's the same situation, with like Eugene Carbaresti, because Pat, because I remember in one of my videos trying to find Eugene Carbaresti, Pat is not here told me that a main reason is because since Mattel's main headquarters is located all the way in California, it usually takes time for them to release the newer diecast to like the other side of the country, and so that's the reason why. But if that's the case, then how come it's taking a whole month? How come it's taking a whole month from my place where I am? Just get those. Like I know the Thailand variant of Eugene Carbaresti said he released on August 1st, but it's like already a month past that, and still I have not seen Eugene Carbaresti in stores. So guys, what the heck's going on here? But yeah, it's just frustrating me. Also, do you play Roblox? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do play Roblox. Yeah, really fun. However, there has been a lot of drama recently with Schlep yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard all the Roblox drama, and so yeah, it's really bad. Free Schlep, by the way. But if you had the money, would you get the Verity pack of the entire Piston Cup racers? Oh, it's like the whole Motor Speedway. It's like that whole 36 pack of like Motor Speedway of the South case with all the racers in it. If I had the money, yes, I probably would. But the main thing is, maybe I'd considering that I own like half the roster already, I don't see what sense it would make in just buying half of that roster again, just get the rest of them in like an entire case. That would cost like that costs $1,000. And I don't know if anyone wants to. I mean, yeah, they are rare collector's things, and like collectors these days will spend thousands of bucks on anything, but I'm not that greedy. I'm not that rich of a collector, to be honest, but. But yeah, I do know that's the one that comes with the official diecast for Mac iCar, the real diecast that sells for like over thousands of bucks. And so like, yeah, that's the only real Mac iCar diecast that Mattel has ever made. And so like pretty much the easiest way to get Mac iCar as a diecast is like get them as a cheap knockoff from China. And so I did see, yeah, I did see one being sold on Amazon for like $7 to $8. So yeah, I might get that for Christmas to probably add to my collection, but I'll think about it. It's still only September after all, and so. But what is your favorite? What is your favorite soundtrack from Cars 1 through 3? Oh, obviously, okay, obviously, Real Dawn from Sheryl Crow, Life is a Highway, of course, and yeah, Route 66. What else? Um, yeah, and oh, Our Town from the flashback. I'm thinking, what else? Oh yeah, so the first ones were for Cars 1, and for Cars 2, obviously, obviously the one, um, yeah, you might think, the one that goes, you might think I'm crazy, and Cars 3, I can't even, honestly, I can't really remember what it was for Cars 3, but, yeah, but, yeah. I have 30 of the Cars 1 Piston Cup racers. Oh, nice. That's 30, and so it sounds like you need like 6 more to complete the entire roster. And so, yeah, so I mean, yeah, one thing is I do own Ponchu Wipeout, but only his Cars 3 variant, and so I'm still looking for his Cars 1 variant though. So, yeah, I got Ponchu alongside Cruz, and that was like back in June, and so. Dale, I need another request after the live. Also, favorite Cars 3 racer. I don't know. My favorite racer from Cars 3. I don't know. That's a hard one. I would probably have to say the Synergy racer maybe. I mean, he looks pretty unique. Or Phil Tankson, the Nitro racer from Cars 3. Probably the. Or are we talking about like the regular Piston Cup racer or the next gen? Because for next gen, it's definitely Cam Spinner, the Triple Dent Gum Racer, and JP Drive, the next gen Apple Racer. And and definitely the regular Apple Racer in Cars 3. I don't know if he has an official name, but he just goes by Apple Racer apparently. And so yeah, we're not sure if the Apple Racer for Cars 3 is Mac iCar or not, because I know some of the Cars 1 racers did show up in Cars 3, but they looked entirely different. Why, you may ask? A theory to that is probably plastic surgery, as I mentioned earlier, but yeah, but yeah. But yeah, looking at other questions around. How many next gen racers do you have? Yeah, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna count here. So, okay, so you got Tim Trellis, that's 1. Ryan Blaney, that's 2. Austin Cindric, 3. Cruz, 4. Jackson, 5. Joey, 6. Bubba, 7. William, 8. Daniel, 9. Chase, 10. And Glow Racer Jackson Storm, 11, if that counts. But yeah, I have 11 next gen racers, and so my favorite next gen is Richie Gunzit. I don't know why I've not heard of that guy, but yeah, I know there are some like fan made racers, for the sponsors that never showed up in Cars 3, like Taco Mint. And a lot of people thought like Taco Mint for Cars 3 as a next gen racer would be like Kyle Busch, the NASCAR driver, but ever since Mattel released the NASCAR line of Piston Cup racers for Cars, we got Kyle Busch sponsored for also Takeover Bank, which is the sponsor that Kid sponsored for, obviously, and and obviously, yeah, but obviously for some of the yeah, some sponsors that haven't showed up in Cars 3 did show up on like the newer NASCAR drivers, yeah, so like for example, Byron Shifty Drudge, Austin Cindric is Sidewall Shine, and and so but yeah, and Eric Amarola is also for Retread as well. As a hiccup. But yeah, I'm also sorry guys, I got the hiccups. Ugh, good grief. But yeah, I am still looking for the Eric Almirola and Kyle Busch as Piston Cup racers to kind of complete the NASCAR next gen racer line, unless if we count the Light McQueen, Cruz, and Jackson Storm variant of NASCAR variants. But yeah, I mean that would be interesting though if I found those. But mainly I just want Eric Almirola and Kyle Busch, to complete the main collection. And also, I've heard some rumors about next year's diecast line is that they're going to add on to like the two new characters and two new racers to the NASCAR line, and these two would possibly be Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kyle Larson. And it would really be amazing to get a NASCAR variant of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Since we've only seen Dale in the first Cars movie, obviously, this guy right here, quote unquote me. So, but yeah, if Mattel does do that, then that would be really amazing. Everyone would go crazy. Everyone would want it. Like me especially, I would literally pay some good money for to see something like that. And also, oh yeah, but for Kyle Larson though, I mean that would be really cool too if we got Kyle Larson as a Piston Cup racer. Like that would be really amazing. And so but yeah, I do think some ideas for like for some racers, for the NASCAR line they can add, probably Chase Briscoe maybe, and Christopher Bell or possibly, you know. Yes, like Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell. Yeah, and so yeah, and I mean, and so not sure what other drivers there would be, but maybe I don't know. Yeah, what was his name again? Wait, wait, have I been wait, have I been calling guys? I have just made a big mistake, guys. I apologize. So this guy right here, I've accidentally been calling him Austin Cindric. I have meant to be calling him Austin Dillon. I think it's because of like the naming of how they named him. His name is Karsten Ace Dillon, and so that kind of sounds like Austin Cindric almost, but this is Austin Dillon. So, yeah, I just now realized that. Oh, man, it's just good grief, guys. I'm losing my marbles. But but just yeah, I'm live streaming right now, and I'm kind of tired, but yeah, I promised I'd do this tonight, and I kind of almost forgot to do it, and so um, yeah, y'all should be thankful that I remembered to do this. Otherwise, y'all would probably asking me like, "Hey, man, when's the last stream? When's the last stream? When's the last stream?" Oh, and I'm like literally like I'm asleep at like 2 in the morning, and like but yeah, just one mistake that I like to address there that I didn't notice until now, and so what state are you from? Well, you probably may already know if you watch some of my older videos. I will leave that for you to know. And okay. The Apple iMac cars and the variety pack of Piston Cup racers. Yeah, I have seen that, but I don't know if that's actually like official or like fan made. I'm not sure. I think it is fan made, but like it's really rare and something. I think I heard somebody. It used to be like an old Target exclusive. So I don't know, but but yeah, I mean, obviously, it's pretty rare nowadays. Obviously with scalpers, because scalpers try to buy these things, and like try to sell them for like, you try to resell them for like so much, and that kind of ruins and that kind of ruins it for collectors, for collectors, like me, because we're trying to find these things too, and like, but these scalpers are trying to get their hands on every single one, to resell them for like more, since they will become rare in the future. Would you rather get a girlfriend or rewatch Cars 4 times? I rather get a girlfriend. I'm single, and I don't like being single. So, speed round. Answer fast and yes or no. I don't know. That's my answer. I would immediately buy the next gen. Yeah, same. Winford Bradford stinks. No, he doesn't. Winford Bradford is a great Piston Cup racer. I like him. He's interesting. He's got a nice paint scheme. You know, I like him, and he actually just so happens to be the only Piston Cup racer in the diecast line that has like painted rims on his wheels. Just because like I know there's like some most of the racers in cars, the Cars One, they have those rims, colored rims on them, but they don't have them on the diecast for some reason, which is kind of a little annoying for some reason, you know, because I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with money, or they just can't get it to be accurate or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. And so Winford Silence, Amendus for the third time. You've asked that. I do not have the Thailand variant of Winford Brother Rifford. I'm sorry. I hate Kirsten Marshall. Who's that? How do the synthetic rubber tires feel on the synthetic rubber tire cars? Well, considering this is the synthetic rubber tires version of Dale Jr., I'm feeling the tires now. They do feel pretty smooth, but I do feel rubber. And so, it's kind of like, you know, I would probably say maybe, you know, like, more of like a rubbery texture, you know, like, if you guys like ever been on if you guys ever been on like an escalator, you probably know like the moving rails, you know, the texture of them. Like, imagine feeling that, but if it was like, the smooth rubber, that's what it feels like. And so, do you have Ricky McQueen? Yeah, I do. However, it is actually the variant that has the tar stain on him. So this is the Ricky Lightning McQueen. Obviously, you know he's got the Ricky stripe on the back, but this is the variant that has the tar splotch on him. You see there, there's the little tar splotch, but yeah. So I chewed on my rubber tires, my rubber tire cars. Dude, don't do that, man. It's gonna ruin the tires. But I guess if you did as a kid, yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, yeah, we all do crazy and dumb things as kids, but I mean, that's just life. You grow up, you learn things, you know. Yeah, and so I mean, honestly, you just grow up in life, you know, and you know, as an adult, you look back yourself on a kid, and you remember that cringe moment you did as a kid, and you're like, I probably should have never done that. But yeah, that's just life, man. It's just life. And so, but yeah, so I'm just waiting on more questions here. I'm gonna eat some Takis. Yep. Bag of Takis. So, where did you get the king? To be honest, I actually have no idea. I mean, this is, to show you, this version of the king is actually a plastic model of him. And so, I really don't know. But the thing is, I remember, I do remember that, I do remember a while back I did like a Cars character pack from like the Disney store, and it was like all plastic, you know. And so yeah, looking at the bottom of it, let me see. I can't get it in the light. Let me see. Yeah, and like yeah, I remember the Luigi that I have is like a plastic model of Luigi that came from Disney store. And it showed like the name of the car, you know, he's a Fiat 500. And considering that the king is a Plymouth Superbird, it says so on the bottom here. So it's possible that the king diecast came from the Disney store, possibly. And so yeah, I assume that's probably where this King Strip Brothers car came from. And so, but yeah, that is possibly where um, my strip brother's car came from. And so, yeah. So, yeah, guys, but you should get the Thailand variant of the King. Yeah, I do plan on doing that if I ever do find him somewhere. I mean, I think is he in stores though? Like is he in like the grocery stores? Because I know he has been like released this year as a Thailand variant. Um, and also last year, his race damage variant was also released from Thailand, and that's one I would like to get my hands on at some point. But but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of the good models I've not been finding at Walmart at all or Kroger's, and so But I mean, the one place I have not checked yet is Target, and from looking at YouTube videos, they have like tons of characters that I don't own yet, and also like a 2 pack of Sage Vanderspin and Darren Leadfoot. And Sage Vanderspin is a piston cup racer that I need for the roster, and so if I ever do find the 2 pack of him and Darren at Target, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Just gonna go ahead and get it, despite the fact that I already own the Chinese variant of Darren. But it's always nice to have a newer die-casting nose, since these older ones usually tend to fade away. Do you have the 42 Dynaco car, Cal Weathers? No, I unfortunately do not. However, I do hope to get them eventually. I do know they are releasing them in the race and rescue line, probably sometime soon, possibly next year if anything. I know some people got them early, but it's probably possible that he's going to be released in stores sometime near the end of the year or sometime in January. So if they do release him, I'll probably go ahead and get the race and rescue version of Cal Weathers, since he does look a little nicer than his regular self. Kind of has more design to it. Yeah, Strip Brothers isn't in stores down here. Here is Macomb MS. Oh, is that like a? It's like state Macomb MS. Is that like Massachusetts or something? Is that what you're talking about? You found him in Massachusetts. That's a long way from where I am. Wait, Grotos have cars, toys too? Well, the location that I go to does. I don't know if all of them do, but the location that I go to does, and so that's one of the main locations that I've been and getting like some of the Piston Cup racers. The Thailand variants for Claude and Ernie. I almost said Eugene, but Eugene is who I'm trying to look for. But yeah. Oh, Mississippi. Oh, Mississippi. Oh, okay, Mississippi. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, guys. Yeah, Sarah, it is now past midnight where I am. I'm gonna have this. Yeah. I'm gonna keep the stream going for a few minutes, and then probably go to bed because I got church tomorrow morning, and so But yeah, guys. But yeah, if you have any more questions to ask me, please ask them now. Otherwise, forever hold your questions unanswered. And so But yeah, I'll keep it going on here for a few more minutes, and I'll end the stream off. And but yeah, ask me any questions now before the stream ends in a few minutes. And so I'm gonna go to sleep to see you. All right, good night, Chuck. Good night. but but yeah, guys, if you do have any more questions to ask me, before I end the stream off, please ask them now, because I plan on ending the stream at either 12:05 or 12:10 my time. And so but yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do something here. Check out moderation, community moderation. Let's check that out. It says changes you make to these settings will apply to live chat across the stream for the channel. Summary, participant mode, anyone, subscribers, live commentary, and okay, I'm looking at that. Message delay, none. Set a time limit between messages. I'll only do that in case someone's like spamming something and it's annoying. Blocked words. Okay, I'll type. well, obviously, tap in some of that, but yeah, I'll figure that out eventually. But but yeah, it appears nobody's asking me any more questions. So yeah, I may end the live stream here in several minutes, but for anyone still watching, if you have any more questions to ask me before I end the stream off, please do so soon. And it's now or never. Otherwise, I forever hold your questions unanswered. Otherwise, forever hold your peace, as they usually say. But yeah, so I'm not seeing any more questions. I'll give it another minute here, and if I don't see any more questions asked, then I'll go ahead and end it off. See you in Xbox. Yeah, I'll see you in Xbox soon. But yeah, as I was saying, if I don't see anyone asking me one more question before 12:05, and I'll go ahead and end the stream off, and I'm gonna conclude this little 500 subscriber special. And yeah, I suppose we should get some good night's sleep. And looks like Johnny NB the Johnny Bloomer fan just joins. Oh, hello. Hey Johnny, you literally joined literally just in time, because I was planning on ending the stream soon, but if you I'll give you a few more minutes to ask me any questions that you have before I do. So yeah, I'll go ahead and extend the stream a little by 5 more minutes. And so if you want to ask me anything during these few minutes, go ahead and do so. I'll be happy to answer anything I'm able to. And so thoughts on Whiff's all engines go form. I have not seen it yet. Me personally, I really don't watch the All Engines Go series, because obviously it's more targeted towards preschoolers, obviously, and it's more of a kid's show. And Thomas the Tank Engine, he sounds like a child. Well, most of the characters do in All Engines Go, and honestly, it's just. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's a kid's show, but as a person who's been a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine for like many years back in the series, was still using model trains to make the TV show, it's kind of crappy to me. It's just kind of disappointing. And so, but I mean, I do like there is one character that I do like from the series, though, and his name is Bruno, the caboose, and he turns out to be the first Thomas the Tank Engine character that is autistic, and that is something that I do have. I do have mild autism, actually, and so I can kind of relate to him in some ways like that, and so I mean. But yeah, I mean, really, like any character in like any media, shows or games or movies, that is autistic or may have like the same traits as an autistic person, then I usually tend to like them. Because thing is, I recently been playing Deltarune, and obviously Rousey is one of the main characters of Deltarune, and he did. Yeah, although it's not proven if he has autism or not, there are some things that do show traits that could prove that he does. Which is why I really like Rousey, guys. I mean, Rousey, he just makes me emotional, dude. Like that, like honestly, I've never felt so. I don't never have I ever felt this emotional over one video game character. Dude, I cannot argue how much I like Rousey. He is my favorite. He is one of my favorite video game characters ever. Period. And honestly, I feel bad for him after what happened in Chapter 4. And so, but yeah. Anyways, what Thomas items do you have? Well, I do. I did earlier. I did show a wooden railway, Duncan. And so that was on there. Here, let me show you again real quick. yeah, so here is this wooden railway Duncan that I showed earlier. It's kind of dusty, but yeah, that is the wooden railway variant. And also I do I also do own two old Ertl models. And so here is the old Ertl model of Thomas. You know, very, very old model. Probably like 80s, 90s maybe. It definitely older than me, you know. Kind of a chipped wheel, you know. They're pretty dusty. It's been sitting around for years, you know. And so yeah, and but yeah, his eyes look a little wonky, but that's just the printing on there. It's an old model. And also I do have the Ertl Percy model as well. So yeah, this is the Ertl Percy. You know, really nice. This is still in really good condition. And so yeah, really, really nice, guys. And so but yeah, these are two Ertl models that I do own from the Thomas collection. I used to own an Ertl Henrietta, which is Toby's coach, but I don't know where on earth that went. And so but yeah, I mean, someday I might, yeah, I might sell these one of these days. These things can go for lots of money nowadays, considering how old they are. But yeah, guys. So, do you plan to get Ertl James? Probably not. Yeah, I really don't collect Thomas Tank Engine and stuff anymore. Cause I'm an older person. But I mean, if I do ever get into the hobby of doing model trains, if I do have the money to afford it, then maybe I might get some, like, I don't know, like Bachman or Horme models, or like Thomas characters, you know, and, like, you know, like have Henry pull the, like, flying creeper across a model train set, you know. But yeah, imagine if the 80th anniversary Thomas and Friends had Toys R Us from Uptown Mall. Oh wait, well, Toys R Us went bankrupt years ago. I don't know what you're talking about, but but yeah, guys. Okay, hang on, one more question. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Johnny Blimber fans asking Amendus a question in the chat, so I'll go ahead and let them answer. I'll go ahead and let Amendus answer that real quick before I end the stream. So yeah, 12:11 where I am. I'm gonna end off the stream here soon after Amendus gives an answer to Johnny's question, and it looks like he's already given his answer. And so yeah, so anyways, guys, that is going to conclude this live stream for 500 subscribers. I really appreciate that you guys joined me for this little Q&A live stream for 500 subscribers. My car's a little off. Whatever. But yeah, guys, that's going to conclude this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hopefully I was able to answer everything that I was able to answer for you. And be sure to like, subscribe for more videos. And I hope everyone has a really good night, sleep well, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys. How do I?